News headlines.
Entertainment.
Sports.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 12 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is brought to you by the Capital One Quicksilver Card. Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. Good morning, our SMS family. Here's what's happening in news. President Biden will send Congress an emergency funding bill in the coming days with the intent to address the urgent need for disaster relief throughout the U.S. following a brutal storm season. A White House official said in a memo on Monday it emphasized the fact that Congress has passed a comprehensive disaster relief package that was back in 2022, and it stated that the Biden-Harris administration would be putting forth a new one. In other news, an E. coli outbreak tied to organic whole and baby carrots has affected at least 39 people across 18 states, resulting in at least one death, according to the CDC. California-based Grimway Farms has recalled the carrots, which were sold in bags under multiple brand names. More information can be found on the CDC's website. Lastly, and in breaking news, I just saw this morning, y'all. An unfortunate situation could be looming for budget flyers. Just moments ago, it was announced that Spirit Airlines has filed on Monday for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Now, the news comes months after a federal judge blocked the Budget Airlines' proposed merger with JetBlue. So we'll have to see what happens with that situation.
Brad, we can go in and buy it and name it Holy Spirit and fly.
It'll probably only cost you about $5. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. For updates and more headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What up there, Maria? Well, I'm sure we all watched the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight over the weekend. It was boo-boo. First round was okay. The first round was okay, but after that, man, it was obvious. Father Time jumped on Tyson's back. He was tired, off balance, appeared to have a bad knee. Jake Paul actually took it easy on him. Jake could have destroyed that version of Mike, but Jake respects him too much and just kind of, you can tell he was just kind of doing just enough to get through this doggone fight, man. It is what it is. A little bit of recap on football, NFL. How about Pittsburgh knocking off the Baltimore Ravens? Russell was 4-0 as a starter this year. Detroit Lions beat Jacksonville. Let's go ahead and put my Lions in the Super Bowl. Buffalo beat Kansas City last night, giving the Chiefs their first loss of the season. And on the college side, Colorado wins again, big dog. Buff Nation is for real. Prime Teasy, they 8-2. SMU looking good. They won again. Everything is lining up for them over there in the ACC. Man, let's get into it, Rick, man. We got more sports coming up later on. I'm running out of time right now, but I'm excited about Prime Teasy out there in Colorado doing what he needs to do. Bringing it back. What you got coming up next?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Beyonce is performing on Christmas. I got the details up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, the action comedy Red One with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Chris Evans topped the box office this weekend by bringing in $34.1 million in ticket sales. And coming in second was the film Venom: The Last Dance at $7.1 million, and in third was The Best Christmas Pageant Ever with $5.4 million in ticket sales. And a lot of people that did see the Rock movie said it was very good. So Red One, y'all should probably check that out. Meanwhile, Beyonce will perform during a halftime of a Christmas Day matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. You heard that, Rock T?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And it will be airing on Netflix. And many of you know that Beyonce's hometown is Houston. Netflix didn't reveal details about the performance, but did tease that it would likely feature guest appearances from her Cowboy Carter album. I wonder what made her decide to perform in between these two teams.
That's dope. I love it, man.
Yeah.
That's her hometown. I mean, shoot, Houston's playing well right about now.
And it's a good occasion, I guess, because it's Christmas, right?
Let's go get it.
Let's go get it.
They probably going to pay a lot of money, too.
You know they are.
Come on.
You know they are.
That's a huge check waiting right there.
You already know they are. Well, y'all, last but not least, prosecutors allege that Diddy has tried to reach out to prospective witnesses and influence public opinion from jail in a bid to affect potential jurors for his upcoming sex trafficking trial. Prosecutors wrote that a review of recorded jail calls made by Combs shows he has asked family members to reach out to potential victims and witnesses and has urged them to create narratives to influence the jury pool. They say he also has encouraged marketing strategies to sway public opinion. Prosecutors wrote that it could be inferred from his behavior that Combs wants to blackmail victims and witnesses to silence into providing testimony, helping to his defense. In a court filing, they urge a judge to reject his latest $50 million bail proposal, a bail hearing that was scheduled for this week. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Rock T's joke of the day. Rock T, we're going to be funny this week.
It's Happy Monday. Bring it back.
All right, y'all. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. Ooh, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time for Rock T's joke of the day.
Yeah.
All right, man, come on with it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cash.
Cashew.
No thanks, but I'll take some almonds.
Come on, Rick. You know, you just look back at your phone.
Come on, dog.
Now you just scroll back, look at your phone, and just start scrolling.
I don't want no cashews. I want some almonds.
So you want to put some nuts in your man?
I didn't go that far with it, dog.
Yeah, you said. I said cashew. You said you don't want those nuts, but you want these nuts. There's the joke there, buddy. There it is, Kay.
Thank you.
Say, man. Yeah.
Man law violations with the one and only comedian extraordinaire Special K. Good morning, Kay.
Man, I really appreciate that great introduction. That was really that was very, very much warranted. I appreciate that.
That quick hand clap.
Okay. It's all good though. Super Dave, if you would give me some appropriate music because I need all young males ages. Let's say today, let's go from 13 and up. Let's go from 13 and up because I'm starting to see some real femininity in some of these younger guys. So we need to get these lessons in early. So, yeah, age 13 and up, I need you to get your face close to the radio right now. Let's start with this one right here. You cannot put a necklace or a chain on another dude unless both his arms are in casts. There's no reason for you to be putting a chain on another dude's neck.
He dead.
That's a violation.
You can't do it, right? You can't do
Rock
it.
T, if you're riding in the passenger seat while your homeboy driving, you cannot have your foot sticking out the window.
No, dog.
With your seat leaned back like you a bad bitch.
No, dog.
You can't.
No,
Can't
man.
do that.
Even if you got a Rubicon, what about a Jeep?
You know what?
The doors got to be off.
Yeah, that's
the
got
doors got to be off.
That's the only exception.
Now, if the doors are off, then it's all good.
Right.
Right.
Two guys can't meet up to hang out at an indoor trampoline park.
Wait a minute.
With
The
no
hell
kids?
you mean, let's go jumping? Like, dog, you can't go jumping with another dude.
No.
And one of them,
no
kids.
No
No. Now, if y'all got kids, but two dudes, just, hey, man,
you
meet me at the trampoline park. We going to jump. Like,
It's like a whole hand and jump.
Yeah. The hell we going to jump for? No.
Watch me do a somersault.
Gary, if you see two dudes jumping, wouldn't you think one of them was in your sorority?
No, because they exercising.
That ain't exercise. That's fun. You going to have fun. You can't do that.
And that's two queens.
All right, so if another man, hey, and listen to this. This for if you're at work. If another man come in the restroom while you using the stall, you gotta wait till he leave out before you come out the stall. That's just
Wait,
awkward.
what?
If you in the stall and another man come in the bathroom at work, you gotta wait till he leave out before you come out the stall. You can't come out the stall while he's just standing there. That's
Okay.
awkward. It's awkward, man. It's
Write
awkward.
that one down. I ain't never heard of that one.
I'm trying to figure it out.
If you inside the stall and a dude going to the urinal, you can't come out the stall while he's at the. You just need to wait till he leave out.
Yes, you can.
No.
Ain't nobody got time to be waiting.
No, wait till he leave out. Don't do that.
Miss your
All right,
flight.
well, go on and
Trying
do
to
it
be
then and
cool.
violate.
Oh.
Go on and do it.
Man,
Get
go
a
on to
ticket.
the next one.
Two grown men should never be in a room alone with no shirts on.
What if you're in the gym working out?
Steam room.
I said in the room. I ain't said the gym. I said in the kitchen.
Brat said the steam. What about the steam
Hell, y'all
room?
throw it in the kitchen. That's the gym. Well, first of all, why two dudes in the steam room? Well, okay, I guess that could
When
happen.
you go to the spa, they be
That
in
could
there.
happen. That could happen. Yeah. And if for some reason you need to whisper in another man's ear, it cannot go past 2.5 seconds. Don't be whispering in another dude's ear.
And you can't do it with both. You can't have both hands up.
Yeah. Just text him. Yeah, no, sir.
Parents, listen to me from experience. You cannot keep intercepting your children's negative harvest. The pain of their decision was sent to change them, not you. People never change when they never feel the responsibilities and consequences of their decisions. I'm telling you this because I have lived it. Every single time my children would get in trouble, I'd get in the way. And I thought being a good, tough daddy was let the trouble hit me and spare them. Until I realized something one day. Years are passing and often they're throwing themselves into the fire and often they're throwing themselves into the water. Why? Because they throw themselves into the fire, but daddy gets burned.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. It was just the other day, y'all, that I reported the story that the beautiful Megan Good and her wonderful boyfriend, Jonathan Majors, were no longer a couple. Well, evidently they listened to the show, or somebody listened and told them something, honey. So now it's being reported, y'all, that may not be the thing, honey. It's being reported now, y'all, that Megan Good and Jonathan Majors are entering a new chapter together. Now they're saying that the Think Like a Man actress and the Lovecraft country actor are engaged. Now they engaged. After last week, it was being reported that they were no longer a couple. Now they revealed this the other day, y'all, while they were on the red carpet at the Ebony Power 100 Gala in Los Angeles. They say where Miss Good showed off her diamond ring. But I'm gonna get back to that ring though. Now, Francesca, East News reporter Francesca Amaker spoke with the couple, and here's what they had to say.
How are you all feeling? How are you doing?
In love. That's my answer.
Yeah, you got it.
In love, she said. She better sing it to the rooftop.
Listen.
Is he the one?
Yeah. We both get nervous. You see us over here like, okay.
Yes, she said they're in love. Now, here's this. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the Ebony Power 100 is the event, y'all, that they met at in the bathrooms, y'all. Now, Miss Good said their first encounter 2 years ago, they met in a unisex bathroom. That's where they went. He was using the urinal, and evidently she walked in and used the bathroom, and they met there. Isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
I mean, we need more unisex restrooms, honey, because I remember they had something in the clubs in Dallas when I lived out there, honey. They were real fun and neat, honey. Yes, Lord. But anyway, she said that's where they met, and now they're together. But I'm going to just say this, honey. Wherever there's a little smoke, there's some fire. I think they just doing this because they listen to the show and they listen, people saying that they broke up. Because if they were that much in love and they were engaged, honey, she did not call the carat weight of the ring. Some people say he may have given her a half a carat. And that's not a good look. Not for a woman.
What you mean? How much is a half a carat?
Hell, about $300.
For a half a carat?
A half a carat is not big, honey, at all. It's not even a carat.
But who said she got a half a carat?
If she would have got a big ring from him, Brad, we would have known. They would say she received a 5-carat emerald cut diamond.
But that's not important to them, apparently, Gary.
Well, it would be important to me.
And it ain't no half a carat. I'm sure it's more than that.
Well,
but it's okay.
Well, they didn't let us know.
They didn't want to point out the ring and all that or talk about that. They talking about just love, and that's good.
She said, well, anyway, honey, she ain't got no big diamond, honey. I tell you that.
It don't matter, Gary.
It doesn't. Didn't you get a big one?
It doesn't matter, Gary. When people are in love, they are in love.
But you ain't gonna love me with no damn half a carat diamond.
Who does it matter to?
It matters a lot because she's a big A-list actress, honey. You don't just give that type of woman any kind of ring. You have to give her total weight, honey. That means 5 carat and up.
To prove
and people need to know about it.
What to who?
Well, to us, because we need to know. We need to know what kind of ice she's wearing on her fingers. So, and evidently, honey, he didn't give her no big dime. He gave her a ring like some people I know. but that's not a good look.
Man, damn.
So I feel so sorry for Megan, honey, but she said she loved it. But she said some stuff, Ricky, that was really kind of like she was throwing shade. She said, honey, I take everyone's opinion and advice into account for sure, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to live my life. She said on an episode of Today, she said, I'm the one who has to get to heaven one day prayerfully and give God an account of what I did. So I want to be responsible for the choice that I make. I also want to live the life that I want to live. So she went on and on, but oh my gosh.
You only have one life to live.
Yeah, you only have one to live.
If you don't live, you're going to end up in the general hospital.
Okay. So, honey,
and
it's just
I wonder where all your children at.
That's right, while they're searching for tomorrow.
Trying to find a guiding light.
Yes, Lord, honey. So let's keep McGann, honey, lifted up in prayer that, everything goes well for her. She got the man she wanted, honey. He chose her over Grace, honey, because Grace was the woman who got him in this situation right now, but she wasn't amazing. But, honey, she was Grace. And there you have it. All right, let me go on and say, go on, get out. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is gentian. That's gentian, Gentian. On the high end, you say gentian, and on the low end, you say beautiful blue. It's a beautiful color.
That's beautiful. Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Big shout out to Magic 106.1, Pensacola, Florida. What's up, y'all? Wake up calls. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. We didn't think they woke you up this long. This led you in your house shoes. Go with be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. When the name you call it from, so come on and tell us. It's just wake up.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Carol calling from Miami, wishing everybody a happy motivational Monday, saying wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. My name is Jay. I'm calling from Greenwood, South Carolina. And good morning to all my beautiful melanated people this morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I'm calling from Rock Hill, South Carolina. My name is Kenneth. I want the whole state of South Carolina to wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Aretha calling from Augusta, Georgia. I want to wake up my boo boys. Boom, I love you.
Wake up, wake up.
Come on.
You listening on your radio. It's a whole gang of cities tuned in. Lock in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know. Come on, Huntsville, wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. And Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Where you at, Jackson? Wake up. Savannah, wake up. And Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, Gary, what you got coming up next?
Coming up next week, I'm going to be expanding your vocabulary with this week's word of the week. Next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Capital G, capital A, capital O, capital T.
B-I-C-T-H.
Job. J-O-B.
It's time for Gary's Word of the Week.
And you know this, man.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time for Gary's Word of the Week, y'all. Happy Monday, everybody. Gary, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing this beautiful Monday morning?
I'm doing good. We had a great weekend. Shout out to everybody in New Orleans. Thank y'all for a fabulous, fabulous weekend. I had a great time.
Well, that's good. So I did too. I had a good weekend. But anyway, this week's word is simple. I mean, I've heard it before, but I've never used it in a sentence. But we're gonna use it in a sentence today. But this week's word is cornucopia.
It's what?
Cornucopia.
Not quite.
You put the accent in the wrong place. Try it again.
Cornucopia.
Let's start over.
The word is cornucopia. That's cornucopia. Cornucopia.
Now that last one, that was close. Yeah, cornucopia.
Yeah,
it's pronounced cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
You emphasize it in the phonics, so I think you really be setting Gary up.
No.
Special case.
No.
You did emphasize it.
Cornucopia.
You got it, Gary?
It's cornucopia.
Start on. Use it in a sentence.
Okay.
Give us the definition again.
Okay, the definition of it is an abundant supply of good things of a specific kind.
Okay.
An abundant supply of good things of a specific kind.
Now put it in a sentence.
If one were to look inside comedian Rickey Smiley's closet, you would find a cornucopia of stylishly coordinated outfits that make him shine on stage.
Okay, wait a minute. I don't think that's what the sentence said. I think you misread the sentence. Try it again.
If one were to look inside comedian Special K's closet, you would find a cornucopia of stylishly coordinated outfits that make him shine on stage.
There you go.
Literally shine. Like bedazzlement shine.
Really?
Now say the word again. Did he say the word right, Special K?
He did.
All right, one more time for the people in the back, Gary. Now do it with a flow. Do it. You got to trust yourself. Don't do it like you struggling, like you nervous about it. Read it with like they do on the news.
This week's word is cornucopia.
Nope, that ain't smooth.
That wasn't it?
Nope.
No, you kind of stumbled. That
Right.
you was throwing you off.
This week's word is cornucopia.
I just say
Don't
it's
emphasize
smooth.
the you.
This week's word is cornucopia.
Nope.
Well, God, what the hell is the word?
Cornucopia.
J-A-H, Lion Sign. Hey, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that mix every morning, man. What a way to start, to get the Monday started. You know, it'd be nice, John. It'd be nice if everybody came to work. But, of course, a good Monday can't go by without somebody calling in sick like they do every day.
Rick.
Yeah.
Rick, I'm not trying to play no game with you today, sir. I'm not trying to. I promise you, I'm not trying to play no game with you today. I promise you that, because I had a family situation over the weekend, sir.
Okay, we all did, Black Thunder, but we came to work.
No, we all didn't have this right here. Rock T had a great weekend according to what he said. John had a great weekend according to what he said. Gary had
How was your weekend, John?
Gary had a beautiful weekend. Yeah, see, Rock T had a happy weekend. Good watching football, watching the fights and all that. But I had a real traumatic weekend. So all right, what happened? My grandmama died on Friday.
Your grandmama died on Friday?
Yup.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
But they took her to the hospital. She came back to life on Friday night.
No, she's strong.
Oh, wow. We brought her home, then she died again Saturday morning.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
But then we took her to the hospital. She came back to life Saturday afternoon.
Dang.
Man.
She real strong.
Yeah. Then she died again yesterday morning.
Oh, God. Jesus, take the wheel.
They got her to the funeral home last night, and she came back to life.
Well, they got her to the funeral home last night. She came back to life.
Yeah. Yeah, so she died on Friday, and then she came back to life Friday afternoon, and she died again on Saturday morning, and she came back to life Saturday afternoon. And then she died again Saturday night. And then she came back to life Sunday.
After they had got her down to the funeral home.
Yeah. But then, hold on. Got the phone. Let me get the phone over there. Hold on, Rick.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hello? Hold on. Hello? For real? For real, she died again. She died again. I'll call you back.
Read a book, read a book, read a book. Read a book, read a book, read a book. R-E-A-D-A-B-O-O-K. 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 Not a sports page, not a magazine, but a book. Not a sports page,
What the hell is
not a
this?
magazine.
Read a book.
Oh.
Sideshow would be a good one to read.
John in the building.
Right. What did you get this Schoolhouse Rock?
It's been floating around the internet for about 15 years. Read a book and raise your kids.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day, Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, a lot of people, y'all, are angry and livid with Brooklyn rapper Memphis Bleek. Y'all remember that name, Memphis Bleek? We all know who he is. He's the right-hand man. Y'all there saying that he's Jay-Z's right-hand man. Well, a lot of people are scorning him because, Ricky, he recently bought his mama a brand new car, and people are dragging him because it was a Honda Accord. And people on social media saying, how dare he buy his mama a cheap car like that?
Just shut up. Some people don't have nothing to ride.
Yeah, well, people are angry.
Who you talking about again?
Huh? Memphis Bleek, honey, he's the right-hand man of Jay-Z.
What's
They are
wrong,
best
what's wrong
friends.
with a Honda Accord?
Well, they say, honey, he should at least bought her a Mercedes or
He
a
ain't got to
Rolls
buy her
Royce.
no Mercedes to prove nothing to nobody else. He bought what he thought, what he wanted his mother to have. I bet she driving. I bet she was glad to get it.
Wanted that.
Yeah.
Well, they said, honey, Memphis Bleek, a childhood friend.
User friendly, easy to drive, and then you can drive a Honda Accord for the rest of your life if you keep
300,000
the oil
miles, them
change.
Honda Accords be lasting.
I'm telling you.
But they say he is a multi-millionaire. And they
It
say,
don't
honey,
matter.
how dare he buy his mama a brand new Honda Accord? They say it only costs $40,000. So, but
That's why he a multi-millionaire.
Yeah,
All these people around
great
here broke
investment.
trying to buy all these name brand stuff, trying to prove something to somebody else that ain't got nothing. That's crazy.
That's a great gift.
I
said it cost
love to be
$40,000?
jumping out of this doggone 2012 Toyota 4Runner I paid $7,000 for, and don't care what people. He done fell off. Sure did.
Yeah, well,
Keep thinking that.
Honda's
Let
a great
him
car,
talk.
I feel bad.
Hondas
for
are great
him.
cars, man.
It is.
Honda's a good car, but they say, honey, with him being a multi-millionaire, how could he have his mama driving an Accord?
So he can stay a multi-millionaire, stop buying all these name brand stuff.
Yeah, well, we're going to see how this all turn out, honey, because
It's going to turn out 100 and some miles if she keep the oil change. That's how it's going to turn out.
Okay.
All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, a lot of people are saying, honey, that Pharrell Williams, people thought they mistaken him the other night, y'all, for Jada Pinkett. They say Pharrell stepped out the other night showing off his new extra feminine look. They said the fashion icon and music producer was seen carrying a cute Louis Vuitton purse and wearing some very fashionable mom jeans. Now, it's been reported, y'all, that the Pharrell fans said that he wore the type of outfit that they were used to seeing Jada Pinkett in. And Pharrell, you know, he's the face, honey, and the creative director for Louis Vuitton. And he had a cute little Louis bag in his hand. They said he was wearing a black fitted motorcycle jacket, and he also was donning some dark glasses. He said hiding his, which are typically enhanced with his eyes with mascara. And they said he had on a pair of bell-bottom jeans, honey, which are commonly worn by Gen Z girls these days. But the former producer also had a pair of cute black suede boots with a heel. But people thought he was Jada Pinkett Smith when he stepped out, because, you know, he got that little shortcut like Jada, or she has one like him, but people mistaken him. So we're glad, you know, that it was not Jada Pinkett Smith, it was Pharrell. So, honey, y'all get it together. And in my final story, y'all, they want to know, and people are telling me how much money, y'all, did Mike Tyson and Jake Paul make for the fight. Well, they say Mike only received $22 million from the fight, where Jake Paul made approximately $45 million. Now, they said that some people spoke with the top boxing promoter who said that the two fighters made one of the biggest fights since Floyd Mayweather. Now, at the top, the promoter broke it down, y'all, so this is how much they made. They said they made $20 million selling tickets, Rock T. Netflix gave them another $25 million to stream it, and then they got another $20 million or so in sponsorships, and they said allegedly Celsius energy drink only gave them $15 million. So they said Mike was paid a flat $22 million, and the rest went to Jake Paul. He made around $45 million. So I guess y'all said the fight wasn't all that good.
Great business transaction, but the fight wasn't that good, but it was a great business transaction.
I couldn't get the whole thing. It kept freezing up. We didn't even get to see the whole thing.
There was so many people trying to download that bad boy and get on to watch it.
You got to pull it up on your iPad or your phone or your computer.
Really? It was terrible.
Yeah.
So what was the biting the glove? Was he biting his gloves?
Yeah, well, he's always done that. I mean, he's never done it that much, but he's always kind of bite his glove when he's fighting in all his fights. It's kind of a habit he's always had.
Right.
Well, some people say Mike went back to fight because he needed the money. So $22 million, I guess that's enough he could live for another year off or what have you.
I don't think he needed the money, but that's a good brag, though.
Yeah. Well, good for them, honey.
He can live off that for the rest of his life. He can have a great life with $20 million. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, sir.
Ricky, We talking about these big celebrities that's spending money like water, like Floyd Mayweather and all these people. I mean,
Now, everybody can't live like Floyd now.
Does he have a lot of money?
Floyd?
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Hell yeah.
What?
He worth about $500 million.
Oh, really?
If not more.
Man, I was hanging out with Floyd one time. Floyd, I know he had $250,000 just sticking out his back pocket. And when I tell you it took everything in me not to just grab it and just take off running like the damn Santa Claus from Friday after Knicks. The security guard, they would have beat my ass. They would have, boy, like 250, that just in the back pocket. We was in Baton Rouge. We had did a show. I think Bama was playing LSU. And we was hanging out with Floyd. He had a little show. He had came on stage. It was me, Floyd, Ray J. Boy, he had them stacks of hundreds. I said, man, if I could, boy. I said, please throw it up in the air. Just throw it up in the air.
God.
Throw it up in the air.
Intercept that bad boy?
I'd intercept that thing like prime time. Boy, I'd have tiptoe out that gym. We was in the gym.
The color today, honey, is gin chin on it. How you say gin chin on the lawn? Just say beautiful blue. That's your color for today. Why they carry that kind of money around? What happened to the bank?
I don't know. That's Floyd. That's Floyd. That's Floyd. Yeah, I do them little shows for him. Used to do shows for him back in the day, boy. He'll pay you your money and then brag about everything he got. I be hyping him up too, Rock.
Yes, sir. Come on, dog.
I said, tell him what kind of car you got. He'll start all over.
He talk real slow, too. He wants you to catch everything he's saying.
Boy, I be instigating like hell. Y'all give it up for Gary with the team.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now, Thanksgiving is only a few days away, and while it's often a time of joy, celebration, and togetherness, it can also be a period of emotional struggle for many. Joining us this morning to help us navigate through these feelings during these, the holiday is the one and only Dr. Al DeJuan Tart. We are so happy to have you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir, man. First off, some may not have heard the term holiday blues before. Is that the same as depression?
Well, it's just a time where people, holidays are not always a good time for people, right? So blues and depression kind of go hand in hand. A lot of people experience holiday blues due to primarily three reasons, like grief, loneliness, and then let's just be honest, Ricky, a lot of people don't have good relationships with their family or spouse. So more time during the holidays often is associated with more conflict.
That's some good stuff. And, I never really thought about it that way, Dr. Tart. What would you say are some practical ways to manage stress during the holidays?
All right. One, the holidays, if anyone is dealing with grief, all right, you have to get in front of grief. A lot of times we make the mistake. It's called effective forecasting. Like a forecast is something that's in the future, like the weather. We think we're going to feel better than we really feel. A lot of people are surprised with how sad they feel with grief during the holidays because you can't predict what it's like to see Christmas trees, other people posting on social media, and all you're thinking about is the people that you lost. So one solution is to create new traditions. So instead of avoiding holidays, create new rituals to honor the person who you miss and the loved one's memory, and talking to other family about how to do that. Because it's kind of disrespectful for everyone else just to go on with their day as if mama's not here, as if your son or daughter's not here, as if your uncle's not here, or even yourself, as if your health is not in the same place. Everyone sees you and can tell your health is off, but no one mentions it. So let's get in front of it and create new traditions so that we can cope and heal.
I think that
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think that sometimes counting your blessings and trying to put the positive things. Like I recently had a son, so instead of
congratulations, that's right.
Thank you. Instead of kind of missing both of my grandmothers so much because they brought the family together. So instead of missing them so much, I try to just think of positive things that I can do with my son and my family and my wife and my my mom's here. But it still kind of don't take away the sadness, but it helps.
Well, it shouldn't. So think about it. Think about how unrealistic it is for us to be happy when we're missing someone we dearly love. That's us thinking that we're supposed to get over grief versus simply experience it. And so what I want to give you and everyone listening permission to do, you can be happy and be in grief at the same time. You can celebrate the birth of your son and family and friends and the blessings that you have, and at the same time say, hey, I just want to stop and say, hey, I'm missing grandma. I'm missing my aunt right now, and let's have a moment of silence. Let's talk about what she meant to the family. That's appropriate because both things are going on, and when we deny that, that's how we sink deeper into blues and depression, not acknowledging that someone we love is missed, even though we're celebrating other blessings.
Dr. Todd, I was having a conversation with my friend Corey. That's Rich Homie Quan's dad. We talk every week, and just helping him walk through everything that as a matter of fact, I gave him your number. Helping him walk through that. One of the things that has helped me a lot is realizing that my grandmother had a grandmother also, but we only saw our grandmother and we think everything started with her. And I'm like, all this time that we was enjoying grandmother, she was grieving herself because she was missing her mother and grandmother. And that's one of the things that I look at is okay, like you just said, it's okay to grieve, but Brat, you have to become your grandmother. Like our grandmothers became their grandmothers because it got passed on. It didn't just start with them. And sometimes I lock in that perspective, like what kind of tradition can I leave for my kids and my grandkids, as I grieve myself. Now I can come out here and cook some good food and create a wonderful atmosphere and go back to my bedroom and go get in that closet and cry it out for about 5 or 10 minutes and get it out my system and come back, because I believe that's what our grandparents did. What are your thoughts on that, just giving it some perspective and operating out of that, Dr. Tart?
Well, we are what we see, right? So we want to change our minds. We have to change what we see. And if all we see is grief, all we see is what we've lost, all right, our brains are going to be sadder than what they should be. Grief is already hard enough. So what we should do is exactly what you said, Ricky, create traditions, honor the person who you lost by taking on a characteristic and making sure that legacy lives on throughout the family. That's a way of healthy coping. I mean, that is an excellent solution because that way it allows you to be honor them and at the same time create what's called an option B life. Option A life is that person in our life. Option B is like, okay, this person can't be in my life. I have to accept that, but I can keep their legacy going by doing something that they would like volunteering to feed the homeless, or us praying, or us having family game night, or us thinking about our best memories, and then being able to follow the tradition that maybe grandma had or aunt had, and it's us hosting Thanksgiving. Even though it might be our comfort zone, calling family together and say, hey, this is what she wants. Let's do it to honor her and celebrate together.
That's awesome.
So, Dr. Talk, Ricky was talking about food. So what we do is, my family, we try to think about the food my mama was cooking on Thanksgiving morning when my daddy died, because he died on Thanksgiving morning. She was cooking, and we were trying to remember, what
y'all
the food
sat right in that room and had dinner like that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean,
I still can't get over that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we had to have dinner, and my mom was cooking a good Thanksgiving meal. We try to remember, was it the mustard greens she was cooking? Because he would normally sample.
So your dad died. And then your mom, she was already cooking before he died. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah. Yep.
And then they funeral home can't get her. Y'all, go ahead, man.
But anyway, Dr. Tar, so that's
I just wouldn't have been able to have done it that day.
Boy, please, it was Thanksgiving.
That would have been tough.
Well, we forget that the first phase of grief is denial and shock. Right, you're so much in shock. You're just trying to realize, did this happen? What should we do? How do we move forward? It takes sometimes people months. How many people do we know just plan a funeral, go on, don't grieve, go back to work the next day because they're trying not to deal with it? So that's actually more common than what we think, because the first response, with grief and loss is usually shock and denial.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Your daddy died that morning. You sitting up here talking about some damn mustard greens. Dr. Todd, thank you so much. And if anybody need any help, let everybody know how you can be reached.
I want you to go to Dr. Tart. I wrote an article, this morning about how to deal with holiday blues, whether you're dealing with grief, whether you're dealing with loneliness, or you're dealing with conflict with a spouse or family. Go to drtart.com. That's DRTARTT. grief.com so that you know what to do, or follow me on Instagram at DRTARTT. And I'll probably be doing a grief class during the holidays.
Man, we appreciate you. I just feel so bad. If something happened to me or whatever, you probably ain't going to give a damn. Going to go on about your day, probably going to go to the mall and go shopping. Something happened to me, huh, Gary?
In honor of you.
See what I'm talking about, Dr. Toy? See what I'm talking
about?
Y'all
joking. You know Gary be sick.
Going to go straight, so they're going to take my body from the house. He's going to go straight to the mall like ain't nothing happened. And then probably going to post my job up, huh? That's what you going to do, Gary?
Yes, and when I spit it, I say, this is the last check Ricky gave me. Let me buy me a nice blouse.
Hey, yeah, that'll be bad for all of us, Ricky. You need to keep it alive, brother.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning to you, bro.
Hey, good morning, Rick. Good morning, everybody. Good to be with you. So, listen up. How you feeling about where we are right now, y'all?
What part? Talking about the election?
Just in general. Like every moment has an energy, right? And it's not just the political stuff, but it's everything. It's your family. It's what's going on in the world, what's going on in the culture. I mean, politics is just one piece of it. But I'm curious. I don't know if I've ever asked y'all, like, how you feeling about where we are right now?
It's scary for me. I'm having a lot of anxiety. I'm looking at the crime that's going on in these different cities. I just left New Orleans and then, Birmingham and then Atlanta and then Florida. You watch the news, you see all of these murders. I'm really, really concerned about our young people. I started digging deep and started watching YouTube and was looking at the young men that's in Baton Rouge that have this certain lifestyle that hate somebody else because they live in another community, and the murders that's going on and how desensitized society is. And we are in a real strange and dangerous time right now.
Yeah, and I feel the same way, and I'm not going to pretend like I want to, because sometimes we try to minimize it and just inspire ourselves out of it, and then sometimes we give it too much energy. But I was talking to a friend the other day, and we literally were like, yo, what would happen if we just all individually just attempted to be better to each other? Like, just attempted to be kind.
It's a mindset.
Even in the face of people who don't know how to do it. I was looking at this video of these folks in Columbus, Ohio, marching, these white supremacists marching through the street with masks and these black swastika signs, flags. And, there's a brother recording them talking about, hey, man, you want to come through here at night. And I'm thinking to myself, it's probably easier to go toe-to-toe with them in the middle of the day than it is at night. Like, what are we talking about? And I'm wondering, what are the weapons that we think we are going to fight with in this moment? I mean, I know my Christian and brothers and sisters believe that we war not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. There's a spirit that we are fighting of hatred. And you don't beat hate with hate. That does not mean you let somebody whip your ass. That does not mean that you don't defend yourself. But we don't war against hate with hate. And so I'm just wondering, what are the ways that some of you out there...
I just don't think that this is the generation that's going to turn the other cheek.
No. Turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek is not about not fighting with hate.
Right.
So I don't believe that you defend yourself by letting somebody whip your ass. Like that's not what I'm saying. So this is not about, like, we got to stop using. In fact, sometimes we got to stop using phraseology that's disconnected to where we are. So I'm not talking about turning the other cheek, Rick. I'm saying I think we should defend ourselves, whether it's you being a law-abiding gun owner, whether it's you teaching your baby self-defense, whether it's making sure that when somebody rolls up on you that you have the wherewithal to let them know that they need to think about it before they do anything. I think all those things are necessary. But that still doesn't mean that you walk in hate.
Right.
Like, we know some of the most peaceful people in the world that'll give you them hands if you come at them. Right.
So, Jeff, so what would you do in your situation with the neo-Nazis carrying the swastika flags? Like, if you was there, like, would you just kind of let them?
Nothing.
I would laugh at them.
Yeah.
I literally would laugh. Like, what What are you doing, grown-ass man, walking around the street with a flag and a mask on? And remember, Ohio is an open carry state and a stand your ground state. So you got the ability to carry a gun and stand your ground. So the thing for me is, until you show me a physical threat, you are a clown. Because what you're looking for is for me to get angry and react so that you can do some crazy stuff.
Right.
So
and you're a coward hiding your face.
Yes.
So that part.
Absolutely. You are the joke. Now, that doesn't mean you're not hateful and you're not spreading hate, but I'm not going to allow you to fuel it. So it's just something I want us to talk about. I know I got to get out of here, so let's talk about this some more. But I really hope that we have love. With the power of love, we come together in a way that even helps us defend ourselves. It doesn't make us weak. It actually makes us stronger. So before I get out of here, y'all listen. Go Cavs. If you know, you know.
15-0, baby. 15-0, baby.
Let's go.
Jeff Johnson, y'all.
Capital G, capital A, capital O, capital T.
B-I-C-T-H. Job. J-O-B.
It's time for Gary's Word of the Week.
And you know this, man.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time for Gary's Word of the Week, y'all. Happy Monday, everybody. Gary, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing this beautiful Monday morning?
I'm doing good. We had a great weekend. Shout out to everybody in New Orleans. Thank y'all for a fabulous, fabulous weekend. I had a great time.
Well, that's good. So I did too. I had a good weekend. But anyway, this week's word is simple. I mean, I've heard it before, but I've never used it in a sentence. But we're going to use it in a sentence today. But this week's word is cornucopia.
It's what?
Cornucopia.
Not quite.
You put the accent in the wrong place. Try it again.
Cornucopia.
Let's start over.
The word is cornucopia. That's cornucopia. Cornucopia.
Now that last one, that was close. Yeah, cornucopia.
Yeah,
it's pronounced cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
You emphasize it in the phonics, so I think you really be setting Gary up.
No.
Special cast.
No.
You did emphasize it.
Cornucopia.
You got it, Gary?
It's cornucopia.
Start off. Use it in a sentence.
Okay.
Give us the definition again.
Okay, the definition of it is an abundant supply of good things of a specific kind.
Okay.
An abundant supply of good things of a specific kind.
Now put it in a sentence.
If one were to look inside comedian Rickey Smiley's closet, you would find a cornucopia of stylishly coordinated outfits that make him shine on stage.
Okay, wait a minute. I don't think that's what the sentence said. I think you misread the sentence. Try it again.
If one were to look inside comedian Special K's closet, you would find a cornucopia of stylishly coordinated outfits that make him shine on stage.
There you go.
Literally shine. Like bedazzlement shine.
Really?
Now say the word again. Did he say the word right, Special K?
He did.
Right, one more time for the people in the back, Gary. Now do it with a flow. Do it. You got to trust yourself. Don't do it like you struggling, like you nervous about it. Read it with like they do on the news.
This week's word is cornucopia.
Nope, that ain't smooth.
That wasn't it?
Nope. That wasn't it?
No, you kind of stumbled. That you was throwing you off.
This week's word is cornucopia.
I just say
Don't
it's
emphasize
smooth.
the you.
This week's word is cornucopia.
Nope.
Well, God, what the hell is the word?
Cornucopia.
News headlines. Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. New Orleans police are investigating 2 incidents, a shooting and a homicide linked to a second line event on Sunday afternoon. Both occurred in the afternoon in the 5th District, leaving a total of 12 gunshot wound victims, 2 of which who were pronounced dead on Sunday night. Now, in the first incident, 9 people were shot and taken to the hospital. The NOPD said its detectives are working to gather information and identify those responsible, as well as a motive. In other news, take a look in your refrigerator. An E. coli outbreak tied to organic whole and baby carrots has infected at least 39 people across 18 states, resulting in 15 hospitalizations and 1 death, according to the CDC. Grimway Farms has recalled the carrots, which were sold in bags under multiple brand names, including 365, Cal Organic, Nature's Promise, and Trader Joe's, among others. More information can be found at cdc.gov. Consumers are urged to check their refrigerators and dispose of any recalled carrots immediately. Lastly, and this is really cool, Americans will soon be able to send their mail and honor an iconic TV star at the same time. Our favorite Golden Girl is getting her own stamp, y'all. The U.S. Postal Service announced Friday it will release a stamp in 2025 commemorating beloved actress Betty White. The stamp shows the late Golden Girl star grinning on a violet background. Very nice. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For updates and more headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What it do, Maria? Let's start off with everybody still talking about the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight over the weekend. My opinion, boo-boo. It was boo-boo. But let me tell you something, man. The first round wasn't that bad, man. But after that, it was all obviously Father Time jumping on Mike Tyson's back. He was tired, off balance, appeared to have an injured knee. Jake Paul could have destroyed this guy, but obviously out of the respect, he didn't. He just did enough to kind of keep the fight going, make it go the distance, and then kind of go from there. But he got paid. You know, Mike got about $22 million out of it. Jake got about $40 million out of that bad boy. It is what it is. And we keep it moving. But Mike Tyson, yes, that's no more fights for you, bro. Let's move on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They 15-0, y'all. 15-0. It is what it is. James Harden also moves to second place on the all-time three-pointers list. Of course, Steph Curry is at the top. And Steph Curry is nobody's going to pass him. Like, it is what it is.
No.
College football, big dog. Couple of shakeups. SMU, they beat Boston College. Everything is lining up for the SMU Mustangs out the Triple D, Dallas, Texas. But let's talk about Buff Nation. Can we talk about Colorado? Can we talk about Prime Teasy, my kneesy?
Respect, baby.
Come on, dog.
8-2, baby.
Come on, they beat Utah 49-24. I don't care, it ain't the same Utah. Colorado's 8-2, ladies and gentlemen. If they finish off with victories the rest of their schedule, they will be in the college football playoffs. Period.
And if they go to the playoffs, man, they're going to do good.
Come on, dog. They for real. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Some people
I believe.
I mean, people are saying that they ain't really playing anybody, which is kind of true. It is. But
they playing who on their schedule.
Beat who's on your schedule. Exactly. Beat who's on your schedule.
I tell you what, they'll be ready.
They going to be ready. Come on, dog. Shedeur Sanders is for real. Travis Hunter's for real. It is what it is, but that's my quick report right there.
And we're going to get Travis Hunter the Heisman Trophy.
Come on, man. Listen.
Missed one down of football this season. Let's go.
It is what it is. That's a whole nother conversation we can have.
Y'all kill me with this.
Man. That's the biggest hater right there, Super Dave.
Dog, I mean,
just chill, dog. You ain't got to say nothing.
Off their butt, man.
Just chill.
Man, relax, man.
You ain't got to say nothing. I told you this was going to happen. You just don't want to give me the props.
Yeah, relax and enjoy the ride.
You already explained it. They're playing a soft schedule.
They playing the teams that are on their schedule.
Brat, hotspot. Let's go.
Let's go.
Brat.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
It's the BR18.
Mad for no reason.
Already 28 minutes after the hour, y'all. It is time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, as many people know, Mike Tyson hopped in the ring with Jake Paul, and many have their opinions about what transpired. In fact, Fat Joe suggests that Mike Tyson would never have fought Jake Paul if he were a billionaire, and speaks about Mike Tyson's past of having his money stolen. Check out what he had to say.
Everybody loves Iron Mike Tyson, but he's had a past, and they stole all his money, guys. Do we think if he was a billionaire and he had crazy money, he would be fighting somebody at 58? No. The moment you have to learn from the Mike Tyson fight is throughout his life, he's had so many people who have had their hand out that have been in his pocket. Every time we seen Mike Tyson, he had 20 guys. They all need 50,000, 100,000. The gem of the night was Iron Mike Tyson finally walked in the ring by himself. He's finally getting all his money.
I agree.
I like it.
I'm happy for him, too.
Yeah, I'm happy for him, too.
Well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well deserved.
Absolutely. All right, y'all, moving on. Dame Dash has finally been stripped of his his 1/3 share of Rockefeller Records after a long-planned auction, and there's a surprising new owner, the state of New York. Dame's share was sold as a part of a judgment in a legal proceeding against him. At last week's auction, the New York Post reported that the winning bid of $1 million was placed by an anonymous state government employee. A portion of that million will reportedly go to New York City to help collect Dash's unpaid child support. The reason the state bought the share of the company was so that they can turn it in and sell it and put the money towards Dash's tax debt, which is about $8.7 million. Attorney Chris Brown, wow, that's a funny name. Attorney Chris Brown, who represents two of Dash's alleged creditors, said the auction is over, but the work is still not complete. Mr. Dash's legacy is now New York State property. I will work with New York State and New York City as the next phase of ownership of the shares. Wow. Oof.
Yeah.
That had to suck to, yeah, I guess. I mean, if you got to pay something, at least he had something to pay it with,
Right.
Trying to just think of the positive about the situation because it don't feel too good.
Right.
All right, y'all. Last but not least, J. Cole is entering the podcast game with a new limited audio series, which will help him recap his journey to hip-hop stardom and share unreleased music. The podcast Inevitable is hosted by Cole alongside his longtime manager, Ibrahim Ibrahim Hamad and Scott Laser. The synopsis for the audio series says, in this raw and reflective limited series, J. Cole takes listeners on an unfiltered voyage through his life, career, and personal evolution, using both unreleased and released music to guide the story. Through conversation with Ibrahim Hamad and Scott Laser, Season 1 finds Cole recounting his journey from his early days as a young aspiring rapper to finally seeing his dreams become reality despite many hurdles and pitfalls that he faced along the way. It premieres November 18th at 6 p.m. Eastern via Inevitable's official website. Access to all episodes costs a minimum of $10. I've never heard a website called Inevitable, but I guess if you really want to see or hear J. Cole's thing that he got going on, it's like $10, a minimum of $10. And let me get into this last but not least. I know I talked about it earlier, but Beyonce she'll perform during halftime Christmas Day, a mashup between Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. Those teams will be playing, and it's going to air on Netflix. As many of you know, Beyonce is from Houston, and Netflix didn't reveal details about the performance yet, but did tease that it would likely feature guest appearances from her Cowboy Carter album. So congratulations to Beyonce. She will be performing on Christmas Day for the game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. All right, y'all, we're
going to be my
wrap.
Christmas present to myself, watching her perform, too.
That's going to be nice.
That's going to be a nice Christmas. It's going to be a great Christmas just to see that.
Yep.
I love Beyonce.
Yeah, we all
And I don't care if it's a man law violation. I'm in the beehive.
You in the beehive?
Keep going.
Boy, that thing thicker than cold grits. I'm watching.
All right, now.
Thicker than cold grits. All right, y'all. We
As long as you ain't singing Love on Top in the shower, you good.
He be modulating in the shower. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got the praise mixed down with the White Stone. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is Marc Morial, and this is today's State of Black America report on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This week, I'll testify before Congress, most specifically the United States Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, Economic Policy Subcommittee. In my testimony, I will lay out the Main Street Tax Cut Initiative. Now, you know, the discussions in Congress, based on the last presidential election, will be all about tax cuts. We need to make sure that these tax cuts benefit you, benefit black Americans, benefit working Americans, benefit striving Americans. The median African American family in America has an income of about $50,000 a year. Therefore, tax cuts, which benefit those under $100,000, would benefit a substantial number of people in the black community, not to mention working Latinos, working whites, working Asians, and working people of all backgrounds. In my testimony, I will lay out a number of things that I think should be included in an upcoming tax bill that changes the way we think about taxes to benefit those who are working class. Many of these tax cut proposals, those that were passed by the Congress in 2018 under former President Trump, soon to be President Trump again, benefited substantially the wealthiest Americans. Oh yeah, there were crumbs for the middle and working class, but not the substantial benefits for Americans at the top. We need to make sure that the benefits are for those who work every day, who strive and who struggle, to help them get further ahead. Next week on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, I'll outline what I told the Congress with some specificity, but you can follow us at NUL.org. You can follow me at social media at NUL, or at Nat Urban League or at Marc Morial about my testimony. Finally, it is so important for us to recognize that the felon disenfranchisement is really a hypocritical thing. We just had a president who was a convicted felon who was able to vote in Florida, get elected president. However, the vast majority of those with criminal records, even for minor criminal records, could not vote in the past election. We need to address this contradiction and address the hypocrisy. I'm Marc Morial. This is the State of Black America on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Follow me across all social media platforms. That's X, Twitter, also Instagram, and yes, Facebook. All social media platforms. Please follow me, and I'll see you next week on the radio.